When it comes to being a world leader, how old is too old? Voters in Malaysia will soon have to ponder that question, after the country's opposition alliance selected former Prime Minister Mahathir Mohamad to lead its challenge against Najib Razak, the scandal-ridden current Prime Minister. At 92, Mahathir is almost 3 decades older than Najib. He was Malaysia's longest-serving Prime Minister, having held power from 1981 to 2003. If he wins the next election, scheduled to be held before August, Mahathir will become the world's oldest head of state or government. Include hereditary rulers and autocratic leaders, and that's quite a competitive title. Britain's Queen Elizabeth II, 91, holds the distinction of being the oldest world leader, a title she took from Zimbabwe's Robert Mugabe when he was ousted from office last year at age 93. Beji Caid Essebsi, Tunisia's 91-year-old president, is the oldest-serving elected world leader. Mahathir's decision to run is a reflection of the state of Malaysian politics and, in particular, his public opposition to former ally Najib, who is linked to a multi-billion-dollar financial scandal involving a state development fund. If elected, Mahathir is expected to use his power to pardon another major opposition figure, Anwar Ibrahim, who is serving 5 years on sodomy charges that his supporters say are politically motivated. If he is pardoned, 70-year-old Ibrahim could run for prime minister, potentially succeeding Mahathir, a former ally turned rival turned ally again. At the same time, the Malaysian election fits into a global conversation about how old world leaders should be. That debate has been especially pronounced in the United States, where then 70-year-old Donald Trump faced off against 69-year-old Hillary Clinton in the 2016 election, the two oldest candidates in a U.S. presidential election, with the exception of incumbent Ronald Reagan in 1985. Some opponents of Trump contend that the president's age, in addition to a reportedly poor diet and limited exercise, have negatively affected his cognitive ability. This idea has become resurgent amid accounts from the new book, Fire and Fury, by journalist Michael Wolff, that portray Trump as childish and unable to focus on the responsibilities of his office. The White House has strongly pushed back against this idea, with Trump himself claiming to be a very stable genius. It has also criticized as ridiculous those who raised questions about a speech by the president last month in which he appeared to slur his words, although, as the Fix's Aaron Blake noted at the time, Trump and his surrogates had repeatedly questioned Clinton's health during the campaign. There certainly are benefits to having older leaders in office. They can draw on wisdom accrued over decades of high-level decision-making, as well as the accompanying support and name recognition. But there's no doubt that being a world leader also includes a workload and travel requirements that can be difficult for some older candidates to handle. Looking globally, there have been a number of world leaders whose age appears to have affected their work.